Hello there.
Hi.
Hi, I'm David Suzuki. No, I'm not. Okay, I'm just going to go get David. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you can. I can see you. I can see one of you. Oh, okay, now you can see both of you. I'll just slouch. Okay. Yeah. Janice, do you want to say welcome to Unzero? Welcome, like right now. Right now. I know, me too. Okay, can you repeat the question that I asked?
It seems like the thing about the changes is people's culture. So some ways people don't really want to change their own, and that would be like impact.
Got it. Now I got it. Everyone's just we should all like play games and they already keep cracking us.
So just the context. Hi. I can see you. That's great.
You too.
Well, thank you very much. Congratulations, by the way. You joined a lot of other people who really took on the challenge and contributed a lot, but you're one of the winners, so you're the cream of the crop. Thank you very much.
Welcome to KCI.
Yes. What's the weather like?
Pardon?
What's the weather like out there?
Not so nice.
It's very hard for British Columbians not to feel very smug and superior. It's shirt time out here. It's very warm. But I think all the Olympic organizers are scared stiff because it's raining on the mountains, not snowing.
Yeah.
So I'm just here to congratulate you. Got any comments or questions?
I have one question. So the window of opportunity for us to fix climate change kind of seems to be shrinking a bit because people have kind of stopped believing in climate change. Is there any way we can prop that window open a bit longer?
Well, I think it's really shocking to me that after over 20 years of the scientific community saying, look, it's happening and we've got to do something about it, we are still having to argue about whether or not it's real. And this shows the tremendous success of the fossil fuel industry that has been funding skeptics and deniers and all of these right-wing think tanks in the United States. I think that what's needed now, those companies are all about profit. And a lot of adults, well, especially politicians, they're thinking very short-sighted. I mean, you know that the Prime Minister for 4 years, who has had nothing to do with climate, he doesn't believe it, he's not acting on it, he's just worried about the next election. And I think that what we need now is your perspective. Look, kids your age don't vote. And so the result is you don't see the kind of issues you're concerned with on the agenda. It's all about the economy and companies making profit and all that. I believe what you've got to do is twofold. You young people have got to start rising up. First of all, talk to the two most important people in the world, your mom and dad. You tell them, look, I'm worried. I mean, look at British Columbia. They've lost $65 billion of trees because the winters aren't cold enough to kill this tiny parasite. Look at the storms that we're having now. Look at the Inuit who have been telling us for 20 years, you know, the Arctic, the permafrost is melting. Mom and Dad, what are you doing for my future? And Mom and Dad have got to become eco-warriors on your behalf. But the second challenge, go to political meetings. When people start saying, I want you to vote for me, you can go and say, look, I don't vote. I'm too young. But what you do or do not do now is going to affect my entire future. So you damn well better start thinking about me. Because I think young people feel, you know, helpless because politicians only care about who's going to vote. So it's a big challenge, but the power of young people like you is no one can say, oh, they've got another agenda. You know, if the tobacco industry says it's good to smoke, you know there's something shitty about what they're telling you, right? When the fossil fuel industry says, look, climate change isn't happening, that's baloney, you know they've got another agenda. Young people, your agenda is your future. There's nothing else complicating it. And that's the power of what you say. Nobody can say, oh, shut up, you're just representing another vested interest group. You're speaking about your future and you're speaking from your heart. And that's what gives you a tremendous amount of power.
Thanks. That's a very good answer.
What?
That's a very good answer.
Oh, I didn't know I was being examined here.
Maybe another question.
Wow, only one lucky guy in the whole gang here? Is this... Unfortunately, it always seems there are way more girls than boys in these in this movement. Is that what's happening at KCI?
Obviously.
Lucky guy. Look at him smiling.
Yeah. Do you have any other questions? Do you have another question?
Okay. Have you ever been attacked or threatened because of your views on, you know, like radically changing?
All the time. All the time. When we were fighting the forest industry back in the 1980s, someone shot a bullet through our front window in downtown Vancouver. The RCMP never found out who it was. My office at the university was busted into twice so that they got into my computer. My cabin on one of the islands was broken into several times. So we were harassed. And I always said it to my wife, if someone shoots me for the movement, that will be a good thing. I'd become a martyr. But the thing we were always afraid of was our children. Our children were very young, and we thought someone might grab a child and threaten them. So it was a very, very scary time. I mean, a lot of people in the movement were beaten up by loggers. This is serious stuff that we're involved in. And of course, there's always the threats of various kinds. When I go to Calgary to talk about climate change, I know there are a lot of people there that don't like the message. But if it's the truth and it's about my children and grandchildren's future, that doesn't scare me. It can't.
Okay, maybe one last question?
Okay.
Is there anything you could say to our school body to encourage them to continue to care about the environment?
Well, don't they? I hope they do.
We
But
hope so too.
If you look at our website, we have the 10, is it still called the Nature Challenge?
No, it's not called the Nature Challenge, but we still have all kinds of information.
We have information for young people. And one of the things I say is, how about making your school the greenest school in the province or in your county or whatever, and then start challenging the other schools and say, ha, look, we're the greenest school, you're lousy, and get people to feel good about trying to do better. Lots of things that you can do in your school, and then challenge the others.
And you guys can contact me.
This isn't a voice from heaven.
Yeah, you guys can contact me if you want some information on some things that you could do. Okay.
Thank you.
Great. And
way to go, guys.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.